Jay, for you again right now. You said that Governor Palin's Pentecostalism has been unfairly reported. Are you also saying that it should be off limits? With such a large segment of voters indicating that a candidate's faith is important when casting his or her vote, is it not the reporter's responsibility to explore the candidate's faith and religious background?
And I'd be interested in what Robert says about this too. I think my view is it's certainly fair game for reporting purposes. I don't see why as a reporter you should look into Pentecostalism and what it means. But I think we have to be very careful that we don't disparage it in the process for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's a large segment of the American people that share that theological view. So to relegate it to insignificance, I think, isn't fair. And I thought the initial criticisms that came out on her on that issue were not fair. An organization that I represent and represented the Supreme Court of the United States became the target of probably what some of you all have written, and that was Representative from Jews for Jesus made a presentation at her church in Alaska, and all of a sudden I'm getting calls from Jews for Jesus headquarters in San Francisco. You talk about the most non-political group in the country within the evangelical. They are completely non-political. In fact, probably leaning more democratically, and they'll get mad that I said that, than they would Republican, just from their own personal views. Having said all of that, the issue that was made over the church having this particular representative from Jews for Jesus at her church, I thought was not only over-reported, it was underanalyzed. So I just would encourage you, and you all do it, I know a lot of you all do a very good job of this, just report accurately and continue to really dig on those issues to get to the root of it, but let's watch the disparaging. And the same thing applied, I thought, to Barack Obama. To understand Reverend Wright, again, not defending it, to understand Reverend Wright, you have to understand the black church experience in South Chicago. And I lived in South Chicago, not South Chicago, I lived in Chicago, in Skokie, not exactly South Chicago, but I know South Chicago, and you have to understand that. You have to understand that. So, but I'd be very interested from a pastor's perspective.
Yeah. First of all, I think it is very, very important for those of you who are reporters to report fully on the beliefs of every candidate's faith. I mean, especially with a Sarah Palin who says that her faith is such an important part of her life, the American people have a right to know what that faith involves. After all, for Mormons and for Hindus and Muslims living in our country, Pentecostalism probably seems like a cult religion, and or evangelical Christianity does. So I really believe that we do have a right to know what our candidates believe. Let me just also clarify something, especially for the benefit of my hometown newspaper that I believe is here, the Dallas Morning News today, and Sam Hodges. I never said I would vote for Jimmy Carter. I don't want to see that as a headline in the Dallas Morning News. I'm in trouble with my congregation. So thank you for clarifying that.
And that was, I just used that as an example. I wasn't putting the pastor in that position.
All right, Dr. Jeffress. Does it concern you that many people say the born-again beliefs of the current president has turned them away from Christianity? Wouldn't it be best to elect a deist who's closely aligned to your social policy ideas, who also respects people of faith?